do something well different. I'm thinking brand new thoughts. I'ma take time out. Gotta get my mind right somehow. I'm tired of fitting in. I'm tired of fitting in. I'm tired of fitting in. Wanna do something well different. I'm thinking brand new thoughts. I'ma take time out. Gotta get my mind right somehow.
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Power Hour stream where we have 22 minutes to go until the daily candle close. 22 minutes to go till the highest close on Bitcoin since January 7th. 22 minutes until we get ever so close to being able to say on the daily for Bitcoin, bullish divergence without a shadow of a doubt. For now, right? It could fail. New data comes in tomorrow. We dump so hard. Nvidia is crashing. Whatever. It's got to dump. If that happens, yeah, negative momentum builds again, and it's maybe not even a thing. But we're just trying to identify it as it's starting to develop. Okay. Hey, there's a chance of snow. Conditions are favorable for snow, but hey, the models aren't always perfect, and maybe we don't. So same thing, right? Just here to give you some data. RSI, it's there. Here's a low on price. Here is undeniably about the same low on price on the daily with higher levels of relative strength. They're both giving it to us. Here's a low. Here's the same low. All key supports. One big fake out. And today, working on a bullish engulfing candle. Going to completely cover the past, or completely, take out all 3 previous days of price action. The 10th, the 9th, it was all but a dream for now. But understand, you are in between 2 major levels. So they may not make it to 98,250. There may not be enough demand, but it is promising. It's like, this is definitely what you want to see if you do want to see 98,250 next. It is just becoming, remember we did the poll on Friday, and it just started becoming so scary with this candle that maybe we can't do it, man. No, that's right, dude. 75,000 subs on YouTube, chat. Forgot.
Tip $25. Congrats on 75K, sir. Shout out to the Citadel. What are the major implications of XRP/BTC on high time frames, Binance or CryptoCap, and possible targets while both aim to ATHs? Thanks for all you provide daily.
Spoon, thanks for 25, man. And yeah, we'll just real quick, still a little bit of some confetti here, chat. If you don't know, at the end of the stream last night, achieved 75,000 subs, first time literally ever. It's a milestone, right? Every 25K warranted to celebrate. So Jesus chimes, hype in the chat. We did it, man. All right. So.
Gotta go over here.
Oh, also. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, man. Hopefully, you'll be around by the time I'm 50 years old, 60 years old, and we see 100K subs, and I finally get my YouTube plaque. It's gonna be a long time, man. But I think we'll make it at some point. Slow and steady wins the race. All right. So, with that being said, we had this briefly set up before this crazy price action, and it's still, I can't even believe it, still valid. Right? Oh my God, head and shoulders. But then the sellers fail to break the neckline of the head and shoulders, and all of a sudden, new data gives us a potential double bottom. And you have an edge, right? Like, this is very well established. I mean, we're talking 2 weeks now from the first low to the second low. And that's what things look like before they go way higher. But again, what happens is you can get divergence, it'll play out, but it underperforms, not enough demand, we make a lower high, we roll over, and then we break. And then you just put, they continue on like that. So you can't rule that out. It doesn't mean we are going to 108K, 110K. It just means, you might have a more pronounced rally. You tend to do that when there are confirmed bottoms. First time is a reaction. Second time is a return. Okay. The type 2 confirmation, whatever. So, no, you did not miss the XRP coverage. We're still talking about Bitcoin on the daily. Hey, it was crazy, bad context, but this will be the most cracked out, 17 minutes will be the most cracked out rising 3 methods we've ever seen, right? 1 candle, 3 candle body is contained within the first, and then the 5th candle closes higher than the first candle and engulfs all 3 candles in the middle. Outside of the cracked out wick, it is that. It's a rising 3 methods to some degree in someone's universe. So, you would think, right, above 92K, the target's 98,250 based on history. That's still the target. I don't know if they're going to break it. That require a lot of demand. Okay. Okay, so guess we can let's look at XRP, because XRP doing things. XRP going for the second highest daily candle close in like 4 effing years. Yep. XRP, in fact, XRP going for its 5th highest daily candle close in human history. That is what's on the table in 16 minutes. If we could have gone a little bit higher, we could have gone for some records, but we just didn't quite. We're not there yet. So 273 needs to be tested, but hopefully they could break it. But yeah, it's just like a flag. Maybe some reaccumulation ongoing with the 220 back test. And that's it, man. Performing wonderfully. We were talking about it yesterday. Despite all the crap on Bitcoin, this thing's so resilient. Okay, Bitcoin goes to 89K, the lowest price seen on Bitcoin since November 18th. That's what Bitcoin did yesterday. You know what XRP did yesterday? It had a formal bullish back test of a key breakout of a supply line. Went back to December 3rd. They are not the same. So I would think eventually what's going to happen is the composite man, he's got to sneeze and he can't sneeze 332
Hi,
target.
It's your favorite tanker driver from UK, still waiting for that ADA Cardano analysis. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll look at Cardano, man. Sure. Thank you. Be safe out there, man. I hope you're pulled over, you know, when you're doing that. But, you know, you can drive and listen. Just don't watch, okay? Just watch later. But just be safe. And thank you for the work you put in. I mean, you know, people driving trucks, man, like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. None of you would be able to do what you're doing. The literal life force of all economies. So thanks, man, for your work and service you provide. So people take that for granted nowadays. So, social media, I want a sexy job, man. I gotta be an influencer. I gotta do this, that. It's like, well, yeah, a lot of us have not forgotten, man. Okay. Anyone else out here in the trades world, thank you for that, really. Okay, so XRP, 5th highest daily candle close on deck. It will be confirmed in 14 minutes. It would be the 2nd highest daily candle close in 4 years or whatever. And 273 is the big breakout point. You break that, I mean, I think your target's 332, the all-time high. And I think that's what the composite man wants. Just like we said with MicroStrategy, right? He broke out. It's like, you can smell $333. You can smell it. And they eventually took it there. But then they like went up like 50% above. And that's very well what XRP could do too. Even if you just go locally here, hitting a 78% retrace from that high to low, you know, a 1414 fib extension is confluent with the old all-time high. That's X marks the spot, man. So you got local fib extensions confluent with an old all-time high. Yeah, that's the target. All right, assuming Bitcoin doesn't just collapse, which, hey, man, it could collapse. Head and shoulders, they got us. They had us in the first half. No, we had them in the first half. Then they had us in the second half, I guess. But barring acts of Bitcoin crashing, collapsing to 77K soon, XRP on deck, 332. Got it. All right. Someone say something about XRP? Hold on, let me drink my coffee. I do not mean Ripple. XRP is a utility token of Ripple. So I stand corrected. And here you go. Spoon tipped for XRP to BTC. So we might as well just go there now. So appropriate. Look at Total, man. Total doing things. Bullish engulfing candle going on. I mean, it would be confirmed with a close, right? You can't argue at that 12 minutes. Doesn't mean it's going to catch fall through or anything. So XRP paired against Bitcoin. Let's look. Oh man, I mean, the implications of breaking 2867 on this chart, massive. Right, what we know about it, if you break that level, which they have been unable to do, we're talking over 3 years, buyers, market participants have been unable to break 2867. I think the context is better than it's ever been in these past multiple years, right? Over 3 years. Have we had a pro-crypto president about to be inaugurated? Have we had the lawsuit finally resolving? Gensler's getting... Yeah, all that. We didn't have that here. 2021, Gensler was in full effect. That piece of crap. Brandon was in charge. Let's increase the IRS, 85,000 agents. Just everything anti-Western was going on during this time. And here we are, poised to test it again. After a bullish back test of 2041, mind you. And if we break that, 37.39, got upside, breaking that level, 28% upside. And that's about spot price on XRP is about After today, it's about 25% upside to all-time highs. That would make plenty of sense. Because you think Bitcoin would go sideways. Bitcoin's probably not even at 103K, and XRP goes to all-time highs. I mean, that's what could happen. So that's undeniably the target. As you can see, there's never been, once you break that 2867 level, there's just never been a time it doesn't go to 3739. And if they broke that, well, then that's when things get really crazy. Okay, so high time frames. He wants to look at the weekly, monthly, maybe. By the way, let me turn off the Bitcoin action chart for 1 second so you can see what I've got themed here. It's a thematic stream, but we can't really get too creative with a thematic stream because we always have the Bitcoin chart up now, and I think people appreciate that more than they do the themes of the base mat overlays. But let me show you real quick if I could find it. Maybe I can't find it. I'm telling you, I will find it, man. I have a certain particular set of skills, and it's identifying sources on my OBS to click on. Good luck. Here it is. There it is, chat. That is the composite operator. He is ushering in a spirit bomb of bids on XRP. As you can see, you can barely, it's kind of hidden, but the XRP logo is above my logo. So everyone concentrate. All right. So anyway, higher time frame. He's up against resistance, man. That's it. If they break this level, it's on. Donkey Kong. Yep. If they ever break 37.39, then we go into this new paradigm of insanity where if they ever broke that 37.39 level, it all of a sudden we just start appreciating against Bitcoin 54%. Straight up, straight down every single time. So that's it, man. If you talk about, look, I mean, if it's cyclical to a degree, at least from 2013 to 2018, and let's say, oh, look, all this like the lack of clarity with the SEC, Gensler, trash government losers, but all of a sudden we get into a pro-crypto governance. Garlinghouse going to the White House and stuff, man. Garlinghouse, White House, all kinds of houses. Well, then I think you would see, you could very well see the cycle return, right? That we'd seen so many different times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to crazier levels. And I do not think that's out of the question. Sentiment is changing dramatically, and I think breaking 2865 will be that evidence. Okay, so 5 days to go, but you are going, like, let's say it closed right now in 1 hour, or in 7 minutes. It would be the highest weekly candle close since May of 2021 on XRP paired against Bitcoin. So anyway, all right, that's enough XRP.
The Birdhouse tipped $25. X US Steel, you mentioned this the other day. Please give it a look. Thank you, good sir.
What's up, Birdhouse? I think I mentioned it yesterday. XRP, or not XRP, on the brain, but X, not XRP. A lot of X's, dude. Spoon, thanks again, man. Okay, and so why not? Let's just knock out a few more of these Ethereum. Nothing to write home about. Nothing really impressive. You're talking about technicals. Like, dude, if Bitcoin goes to 102, 103 plus K, I mean, okay, yeah, Ethereum's gonna rally. It would put in a one low, the second low, and bullish divergence will develop on the MACD histogram, and it'll probably go a bigger run. Yeah, but if we're talking about like swing trading and strategic longs and stuff, it's not very good right now. It's just not. I'm sorry, but whatever. But yeah, it's up 2.83% today. Again, not really impressive. It hit 3,000, bounced, and not a very powerful bounce at all, where you're going to be closing lower than yesterday's open. Not impressive. I'm sorry. I don't care. oh, let's think here. Ethereum paired against Bitcoin, is it continuing to? No, it stopped today. It's up 0.6%. But just wait, man. Just wait until Bitcoin collapses or pumps. It doesn't matter. Ethereum paired against Bitcoin will continue to depreciate, as it has been for multiple years now. The trend is so bearish. There is no trend reversal ongoing right now at all. Sorry, Vitalik Buterin bros. Don't get mad at me. Okay. So BNB up 1.4%. Oh my God. The controversy continues. Oh, I can't. It's tough. 691.80. What is 691.80? Remember the previous cycle top? There it was. Years ago. May of 2021. Going on 4 years. They're recapturing it with a bullish and golden candle, going for the highest daily candle close since January 6th. Wow. All of a sudden, hey, we're okay above 691.80. You're technically fine above 661, 648. There's just so many levels that, and you're trading above all of them. That's pretty good. You know, even if you have the high and these two highs that are lower than this high, like the distribution structure. But it doesn't really matter if you don't come back to test 638 and then break it. It's not real. So they're holding it up right now. And you're just working on bullish convergence, a low on price, a higher low on price for lower levels, negative momentum. All right. It's just doing what Bitcoin's going to do. I think if Bitcoin was to run to 99K, I think this is probably going to run to 731 again. If they test that, you're probably breaking it. So, yeah, it's tough right now. It's very, very tough, right? Like, it looks like some bearish price action, structurally, but then, hey, they're recapturing the previous cycle top high, and you're about to engulf. All right. So monitor that. Okay, dude, music's on. We got less than 4 minutes to the daily candle close. 4 minutes till a bullish and golden candle will be confirmed on Bitcoin's daily. Okay. Solana up 2.55%. Again, not very impressive. Could obviously just bottom here. Yeah, they could just somehow bottom at 180, double bottom as you're testing resistance and just pump. It could. But again, if we're talking about the framework, right, there are criteria that must be met, man, for us to like something for a strategic long. They have to do these things. And unfortunately, when an asset is trading below a key inflection point, we want to wait till the buyers can recapture 191, 198. We just want to wait. It's a form of insurance, so you can sleep better at night. And they very well could. If Bitcoin was to rally to 103, it's going to recapture 198. And it's going to maybe put in a confirmation low. But until then, I'm just kind of like, all right, there's probably better stuff out there. Yeah, but hey, same time, one low, a second low. If like Solana, Bitcoin rallies more, if it did, then this divergence would continue, just starting to show development today. Not yesterday, we don't know. Negative momentum is building, oh God, below support, yikes. But today, the first waning level of momentum. So the first day is today that we're able to say maybe divergence is developing, but it's pretty early, right? Don't you want tomorrow and the next day to be, they're definitely losing steam, lower levels on the wicks. Yeah, I think we would want more data here to be able to say definitely divergence. And man, like below support, no thanks. But yeah, it could pump, dude. Obviously, right? It's not about pump or dump. It's about give me the best argument for a strategic long with the most upside potential, with the least amount of losses if it failed. Again, it has to be strategic. Okay, can't be strategic when an asset's trading below a key inflection point from history and recent history. Okay, just make sure. And now someone asked about Cardano, and let's talk here, because now all of a sudden the argument is, this is not like Solana. This is not like Ethereum. This is its own thing. Where all of a sudden, head and shoulders, right? But, oh no, they're breaking it, but they didn't do crap. Sellers caught no follow through. They were flirting around. Oh man, I don't really know. December 30th doesn't really look that great. They pumped it. Oh no, a lower high than the previous high. But then what's the most recent form of data? Dang man, a third local valley proportionate to the previous two. A test of a very real inflection point from history, and recently you can see its importance. But then the kicker is local confirmation on the third valley. So you understand, this is how you can strategize an entry where you have pretty good upside potential and downside potential. You could strategize a stop loss below this. You have an argument to not own Cardano below 88.888, repeating of course cents. But above it, you have all the reason in the world. You have a strong argument to own it. That's it. And good targets, 130, 140, shoot man, way higher, $2. So a reaccumulation structure has just reared its head. It really is.
And then, just like that,
Cardano looks interesting again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Rule of three back testing key level, starting to show positive momentum confirmed. Right, was it confirmed? Or maybe we're now starting to show positive momentum on the new day. There it is, chat. Bullish and golden candle confirmed. Jesus chimes.
look here. Look, listen.
High quality back test. It is it has the makings of a Faramir, right? Of the utmost quality. Yes. I like it because you have 1 and then 2. They tried 1. The sellers keep trying, they keep failing. It's like, oh no, it's bearish, and then all of a sudden reaccumulation in a long-term uptrend. That's the stuff you're looking for. Now, of course, it could fail, but again, your strategic stop loss is set up to protect you if our whole argument becomes invalid, which it could. Do you hear what I'm saying? It could become invalid if price falls below 88 cents. You no longer want to own Cardano below 88 cents, but the thing is, we're identifying that sellers have failed 2 times to break it. And it's third valley. What we know about the rule of 3, what we know about this is a textbook potential 3 rising valleys pattern. And great context, great trend. So that's the argument. That is the soup of the day, the S coin of the day, the S coin du jour, Cardano. I don't know, XRP is good too, but I'm just talking about, hey, bread and butter. The bread and butter, 3 rising valleys, reaccumulation structure, and long-term uptrend, and then the third valley just happens to be back tested key levels. And then, you could say, let's see, not quite hidden divergence here, but you could almost make the argument on the 12-hour, like there's no negative momentum on the second valley. And then on the third valley, there's higher levels. So it's almost like you have hidden divergence. There you go. Hey, Axis. It is a good movie, right? Owning Mahoney. Yeah, that's the FOMO retail trader that comes in because the composite man's a genius and knows how to usher in the dumbest money known to man into these markets. Makes the mania happen, and they don't know when to sell. They don't know when to stop. They just keep playing the numbers game, and that's exactly what the casino wants. 12 MPG, absolutely it was, yes. Certainly. That was the graphic too, I think. So anyway, what level is $1? Well, 90 cents. What is it? Is it real or is it just kind of a joke? Well, it's very, very real. 2021. Look at this. 2022. It was resistance, 2022. Yeah, this is it, man. You either take a chance here or you just say forget it, and then you might get left behind, and this thing legs up to double from here, $2. Could be like an A, B, C in the making, C to D wave. Take R. Either way, we're just identifying a structure here, and the structure's at a good level. All right, manageable for your risk. All right. What is it? What happened? There it is, Mr. M44SNYE.
Shout out to the Citadel. Can we look at CXAI?
What's up, RNLV 2018? Thank you, man. Yeah, we can look at CXXI. Sure. We will definitely do that. So look at the big boys. We look at Total. Total did confirm a bullish engulfing candle, by the way. All right, we already looked at Solana. My God. Just, wow, past the tardy sauce. We just looked at it. So still in this just downsloping consolidation structure. You know, I mean, for real, like they could do it like Bitcoin. It just, we need some sideways or higher levels, and you would have a low and then the same low with lower levels.
Waiting for that ADA Cardano moment. 3 years to be star on your show at midnight. Let's go.
3 years to be star on show. Well, remember, it did. Cardano had the thing. Remember, Cardano had the most legendary rising 3 methods in history of crypto. Yep, there was never, you can't find it. You cannot find me a rising 3 methods that had this much implication. And again, this is the name of my company, Rising 3 Methods. The 5 Japanese candlestick continuation pattern ushered in a rally that took us to sites we'd never seen before. Off of that, what happened? Cardano proceeded to appreciate in value 1,746% in 300 days. So yeah, that was the star of the show. That pattern right there. Godlike. And it's funny, right? It's so funny that Bitcoin just put that same little pattern in weird context on the daily. The daily. Right here. 1 candle, 3 candles cracked out. I told you, I know, man, it might not even be real. But then the engulfing candle here, very strong. 5 Japanese candlestick pattern. So let's see a run to 98,250. We don't know what's going to happen at that point, but man, you got an edge. I mean, you just do. Like, I hope it doesn't fail. I hope it doesn't crash. It could crash in time, man, but I'm just identifying the data that exists currently. The most recent forms of data. That's why you watch the stream, right? Because the data is always changing. Mr. Massey? I think it's Mr. Massey. Mr. Massey. Thanks for the pounds, mate. So look, you know, same thing on Total. The Bitcoin on the daily is showing it's like a low and the exact same low with extremely lower levels of negative momentum. It could just be one low, second low maybe. It could be. I mean, you just don't know. It's happening though. Like, that's undeniable. We don't know if it will play out or be reliable. We just know it's. I'm here to just identify it and tell you. Okay. Anyway. Jerry Massey, yeah, we did. We're talking. We beckoned you. Where you been, man? What the heck? Lurking too long, man. Okay. So look at the bigger cryptos. Dogecoin. Dogecoin, all of a sudden, man, this is the stuff we kind of needed. You recaptured 35.5 cents barely, but hey, the longer we stay above 35.5 cents, the better it is. And almost you could be like 1 and 2 here. So you know the upside potential if this is truly breaking back above an inflection point from 2021. It's very real. It was support too. If it's back above this 2021 high, we know the upside potential takes it to 44 cents. I mean, it just does. Like, if it was to hold here, you have 25, 26 to 30% upside. You just do. So maybe they're trying, like, dude, you know, it's not value. The value would play would be way down at, they dump it to 14 cents eventually. That would be value. But if you're talking about momentum is being reestablished by buyers in a long-term uptrend, you kind of have to take the chances and play it how you can, like Cardano, right? Like, we would have preferred Cardano go make an 88% retrace, but they're not letting it happen. And in fact, they're the third time, like, they're making a higher low, and like, oh, reaccumulation is now being identified on it, on recapturing key levels, back testing key levels of support locally 2 times. What? Okay, this is a lot stronger than it was a week ago. You all of a sudden have an argument. So you don't, maybe, I mean, you might have an argument on Doge lately, locally, but it's kind of still tough here. because you just broke it, no confirmation. You know, I'm saying like they could be doing this. We don't know. Like they could be like trying to put in a second low and it's a higher low here. Dang, man, that's super strong. Okay, well, if it was, then your target's 44, 45 cents. That's it. Don't know. But it's a good development. It's better than it breaking down. I've been testing that level for 5 days. And miners could be bottoming out. I mean, they tank so hard. Okay, so yeah, could be we could be okay, man. Let's just real quick look at the index funds. Okay, knock them out. Yeah, we got a recovery today, slightly up 0.14%, up after hours 0.06%. Okay, nice. I mean, nothing really great. It could still be correcting. They could run this thing up to make another lower high at 595 and roll it over later. But just coming off a gap fill from November 5th, coming off the lowest price we had seen of 2025 yesterday. That's about it. Okay, not much to look at. Dow Jones Industrial Average, nice. They got a recaptured this little maybe rectangle sideways consolidation. Okay, it was a good day at 0.52%. You're gonna get that, man. You're gonna get maybe locally there's like divergence on like the 4 hour or something. I could see that maybe. Up there it is. Yeah, like look, man, it's like a almost a dragon going on where the sellers are just starting to get exhausted. Look, you made the low here, right? Then the lower lows locally, and then these two levels of negative momentum are just substantially lower than this one. So it's like just continued on. So, you know, you might get a rally here just because sellers might be a little exhausted on the lesser time scales. Okay, so a rally ensues and you run up to, dude, it could turn into, you know, this is what dragons do. They can turn into C to D waves, right? Where you can go up to freaking 44K. You could. And then you top out, and then all of a sudden it's a predictable, identifiable, research studied structure, and then you type 2, and then you go lower. Like that is very real possibility, that, and it normally gets ushered in with lesser time scale divergence. So is exactly what we were seeing on Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Remember Bitcoin, the low, then the lower low, look above my head. And then the you know level of negative momentum, and then the lower low with significantly lower levels of negative momentum. That's bullish divergence, class A, the strongest form of divergence, and you got a nice little rally off the exhaustion. So who's to say that it couldn't happen on the Dow Jones? It could. But remember, you still just got to think about the monthly on this one, just that tweezer top. So freaking real. It is scary. Scary top. Luciano, thanks for the sub on YouTube, man. Welcome. Okay, so let's go to the NASDAQ composite. Transdragon, what? NASDAQ down 0.23%. Closed today lower than it closed yesterday. Filled a gap, kinda, from a couple days ago. Where's my data? Could still just in this little tight structure here after hitting, you know, the pattern completion zone of a bearish butterfly. Sorry, man, I had a tough workout again today, man. My brain's just cooked. Yeah, so they could keep the consolidation tight, and maybe it was all a bad dream. We just break upward and hit 20K sooner rather than later. But yeah, I just look at NVIDIA and I don't want to vomit. I kind of want to vomit on NVIDIA. IWM up 1.14%, very nice. Remember, kind of a piercing line yesterday, but it was really the 200-day simple moving average was tested for the first time since August 5th of last year. So maybe the same type of stuff's going on where, hey, maybe like Bitcoin, right? The low, right? Just the wave structure, same type of thing. Maybe they're a little exhausted here on lesser time scales. I bet you money you could look at the 4 hour and probably see some really nice divergence here. There it is, like insanely. Like it's like Bitcoin, man. Look at the freaking MACD histogram on the IWM on the 4 hour. Just sellers exhausted. So you might get a little rally here. It maybe started today. Okay, a C to D wave could happen. It starts ending up looking like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin would be, you know, it's high to low. Bitcoin's at a, dang man, like almost at a 618. So that means like if this was to see a 618, then you got like 232 up there. And it's not, you know, it's exhaustion. It's not accumulation or confirmation lows. It's just wave structures, predictable patterns. Okay, so you got some short-term seller exhaustion on the index funds, and maybe you would get some sort of shorter-term little rally off of those. Okay, the dump was, you know, it'd been going on. So, okay, those are your 4 index funds. I do want to look at NVIDIA real quick because I'm just, maybe it's all not a big deal. Maybe it's just not a big deal, man. But the rising wedge, right? You broke out of it yesterday, but today you opened at 136.18 and you sold off all day. And you did come back to 129.95, that high from August of last year. You did back test it again today, so maybe you're okay, but talk about a cliff here. Better not break 130, 129.95. You don't want to break it because the target would be 118 if you did. Just you get a little concerned because you got a type 2 return of a bearish butterfly. You fell back below the old June all-time high. You now are really outside. You've broken below the rising wedge pattern. You're out of it. You kind of confirmed it today, testing it. The supply line, demand line asked supply line today, and again, you're just holding on. The 129.95 is everything. You better have some alerts set up because if you hear the beep, it's doing something technically not good. Not good. Okay, just. Yeah, all the other ones, up and down. Meta was down 2.3% today. Maybe they're topping it out. Like, this is not something you want a long. This is not good for a long here. Even if it was to just pump higher. Zuckerberg bent the knee. You know, he's cool, dude. He does MMA, and he's a libertarian now. But he sure as heck was censoring everybody in 2020 or 2021. Yeah, you're talking. He was banning and censoring Harvard doctors, authorities on the subject matter. They were axed on his platform. So, yeah, like I would not, owning this is asking to lose a lot of money. I think there's a lot of exhaustion implied. You're confirming tops here. It's not somewhere you're taking strategic longs. It's just not, no matter what. Okay. TSM was looking, my beeps, my alerts are going off TSM today. It wasn't looking good, man. Tesla down 1.72%. Not good, man. Not good. It looked like okay. They gapped it up. Just market participants, pre-market got just too excited. And what'd they do? Man, they went up and they tested the old all-time high from 2021. They tested it, and you got some nasty price action there where now, hey, for a brief moment in time, market open, you were above the old all-time high, and then you closed below the entire inflection zone, 400 to 411. Down after hours, 0.41%, another one. So it's like over 2% now. Not great. Not really. Maybe you're just going to pump randomly, but there's no edge. And remember, it's like Solana. Like you want the price of an asset to recapture a key level and then reconfirm its validity. Oh, okay. But until you do that, you just got to wait. You can't do anything. In fact, like maybe that's an argument to go short. That's a stronger argument to go short than to ever think about taking a long right here. Okay. And doesn't mean it can't just randomly pump tomorrow, but if it does, it would be prudent to wait for them to reconfirm the validity of the old level as support. And then we could talk about taking a long, okay, with strategy. with optimum risk management plan. Okay, that's your Tesla. Google, down less than 1%. Still, it's kind of like, maybe they pump it, dude. But, dude, you're talking about a 113 bear shark pattern. Hard to want to just take along here at the price reversal zone confirmation high of this shark pattern. I just wait for the gap. I think a great target would be 175.15, and it wouldn't be a big deal, man. It'd be crazy if they just broke this thing above 200 soon. It could happen. Okay, it could happen. Someone could come in and be like, dude, this is a bullish pennant pattern. What are you talking about? Like, huh? That's a bullish pennant, man. And it could keep going. It's like, yeah, sure, man. Like, whatever. Do you think? Microsoft been hot garbage for a minute now. Remember, it's been unable to test the old all-time high that goes all the way back to July last year. Trading below key support resistances, trading below the 200-day simple moving average. The daily oscillators look like trash. There's just nothing exciting about the Microsoft chart right now. I can't, again, if you're talking about the framework that we try to apply to all assets to try to make ourselves have a greater probability than 50%, a positive resolution, risk management, right? Like stop loss is strategically placed, max upside, it's crap. It's garbage.
Next dip $25. Can you please look at the on the 2-hour chart? Price closed just below a key level from history today, but I see a bullish harmonic pattern at the PCZ, bad or garbly? With a type 2 return and hidden bullish divergence targets?
Dang, Tosh. Kumax, thank you, dude, for the 25. Yeah, we can take a gander for sure. Hopefully, it sounds good. Sounds maybe okay. Sounds better than Microsoft and Nvidia and Amazon and Tesla. I mean, Amazon was just flat today, but it's still just kind of like maybe it's a bull flag and we're gonna go way higher, man. But it just completed crab pattern. Type 2 return is like pretty much a triple top locally. Bearish engulfing candle on Amazon today was confirmed. And you have an unfilled gap at 213.70, unfilled gap at 208. These are prime targets. Why not just fill them, put in the highest low ever, and then run later? I think that would make more sense. I think you got an edge for that. I think I think you would wait for that no matter what. To long here is like kind of like, well, let's just go against everything that we've learned about technical analysis. Everything. I just don't think that's a good idea. I just think like if you want to go long on something, then let's find something that, could give us the things we want. Oh, wait, we already did. We found it yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever, AG, and it's perfect for a long. It is pristine for a long. The consequences of a spring back test at 549, well, eventually you get to 1257. What, you over double? Yeah. 1, 2, third valley. The rise and valleys, kind of like Cardano-esque, right? And it's different context, but same structure. And you got bullish divergence locally. This is a position trade. This would be like someone would buy this and own it probably for over 6 months. It would just sit in your portfolio and you'd just be waiting patiently for much higher levels, okay? Because that is it. Remember, the spring back test is one of your most powerful technical indicators you could ever identify on a chart, and it just happened on AG. And remember how this came to pass was yesterday someone tipped for Porsche, and I don't know how he put AG in, and I was just like, oh, he wanted AG, and I go to AG, and he was like, no, dude, I was looking for Porsche. Could you look at the Porsche chart? And then we go to Porsche, and it was terrible. It was like, oh, there's nothing to do here, so thank God. I misidentified what he wanted. So, hey, man, the initial price action on the day for Bitcoin is number go up. 97,000, chat. You're 97,000 members. So anyway, it's not about, like, what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know. All we can do is look for the framework. This is our navigation tool. Right? If we're like, in the 1500s, 1600s, and we got a boat, man, and we're trying to get from Europe to the Americas, or we don't even know what's out there, right? All we got are our compasses and the stars and the sun, some wind. That's all we have. So all we have on these markets is technical analysis. You got fundamentals and stuff, which I think definitely is appropriate, you know, but I'm not really, you know, I think the fundamentals come in when you're like, hey, I got my master's and doctorate in economics and, you know, for really high octane people. And I think, like, you know, why there are funds is like you have people that are specified in technicals and people specified in fundamentals, right? You can bring them together and you can take the data from the fundamentals and the technicals, you merge them, and you make some really good decisions. But on my side, like, I'm just a technical guy. Okay. I don't know the fundamentals are on AG. I didn't know the fundamentals on ACHR. I didn't know the fundamentals on QBTS. So we just identified structured developments that have been identified over and over and over, have high reliability, easy to manage risk. We played them. Man, God, look what they've done, you know? So again, these are our tools to navigate financial markets. It's all technical analysis, risk management tool. And you got low risk, high reward opportunity on AG. You don't have it on NVIDIA. I'm sorry, you're just not going to convince me. You can't. It could pump tomorrow. Congratulations on the high risk craziness. Number go up. It's NVIDIA, bro. After confirming a double topping on the weekly. What? Yeah, remember the dark cloud effing cover on the weekly? That happened, man. That's like screaming get destroyed. And the context is brutal because it's like, here was one high in November, and then you're confirming the high perfectly. And that's when the dark cloud cover gets painted. Oh, and that dark cloud cover happened to just shatter the previous inflection point, all-time high from June. That's the worst thing that you could ever dream of. And then look at the such a well-established, matured rising wedge pattern with bearish divergence, triple bearish divergence on the RSI. And look at the freaking back test on going on the weekly. It's legit the worst thing you could ever see on an asset. Just like we could flip it over. Oh my God, piercing line reversal, bullish butterfly type 2 return with bullish divergence on both oscillators and recapture. That might be the ticket for a massive long. And you know what they could do? They could take this thing down. Oh no. And then it pivots at 102. And then we're gone again. And most likely that's going to happen. But you could have a more pronounced drawdown. And that's okay. A correction. It's not a big deal. But who knows, man? All of a sudden, number go up, we're good, dude. But caution. That's all I got to say. Caution. Again, trying to be educational, okay? Trying to instill, the right things in you. Provide value. Sometimes going on some educational tangents like this is good and healthy. So, not always about like, hey man, what's gold doing today? What's silver doing? So let's take a minute and just talk about NVIDIA and the big, the Mag 7, big tech, 97,164 for now. A good start, but we know how they are, man. Remember on Sunday evening when the new week, new day started, Bitcoin ran up within minutes to 95.9. 95.9, chat. The beginning of the new week, new day, and then it proceeded in a matter of hours, 12 hours, to lose 7.39% of its value. Before pivoting and rallying to now up almost 9% in 20 hours. All right. So we looked at the Mag 7, Apple, down, it was flat, down 0.5%. It did barely engulfed. Dude, you're below 237. I don't like it below 237. Negative momentum's nasty. I mean, that's the highest level of negative momentum on record, chat. Jesus chimes for Apple's highest negative momentum wick we've ever seen. It's just real. Just giving you reality. RSI reading lowest level on Apple since, good God, March of 2024. Certainly in the bearish control zone. And remember the 40, right? The bearish control zone threshold. They test, they keep defending. But now, dang, dude, we are like straight up below that level, and it's just real. So they'll pivot it at some point. They'll get exhausted. They're gonna, dang man, you didn't have a good day, right? You had the lowest daily candle close confirmed on Apple since November 25th. Today was the lowest daily candle close of the year 2025. Close below 237, not good. Yeah. So it's like, how do you, there is nothing to do with the framework we teach, right? There's no edge. There's nothing really great about this. All right. So, how gold did it jumped yesterday, and then today it broke back out, kind of. It did. It broke back out. It's the diamond, the golden diamond. Very neutral pattern. The warring of buyers and sellers. Yeah, it doesn't really help. I mean, it's just painted it. It's it looks like artwork, but does it really increase our probability of up or down next? Not really. Okay, this pattern right here, this context, it could be a diamond top reversal. It could be a diamond top continuation. Not convinced on this either way. Okay, long-term uptrend, but hey, you've been putting in a lot of lower highs recently, but hey, higher lows, so neutral. Flip your coin on where gold's going next. Kyril, so how do you know, man? Kyril asked, field trip to New York Stock Exchange when? I'm literally going to New York now on Thursday. I will be on the New York Stock Exchange floor for the Friday morning bell. So check me out. I'll be on CNBC somewhere, man. Yeah, dude, crazy you asked that. That is so weird. Yeah, exciting times, man. Wall Street buddy's birthday. He invited me up, so we're going to throw down, eat some fantastic food. I'll send some pics and videos in the Discord, Instagram, all that stuff. So good times, man. Bitcoin is at the highs of the day now, 97,278. Testing that 4 hour. Well, about to test that 4 hour 200 simple moving average. You didn't see it on the 14th yesterday. Very close. So we're going to keep it scaled in for you. All right, for a minute. Silver didn't really look good. Spot still looks pretty bad. Yeah, it just does. It looks like you're going lower to make an 886 from this low to high here. Bad action magnet moves broken. You know, below the 200 moving average. They're trying to recapture 2981. We're getting close, man. Getting close on Bitcoin. So close. Yeah, silver, not great. It's okay though. It's nothing bad. It's like it's not a big deal that silver just doesn't have a great setup right now. Like gold, just meh. Right? Again, we're not here to try to predict where every asset's going. Does it provide us the data to give us an edge in the market? And if it does, is it all concluding its development at key inflection points with favorable price action? That's it. That's all we're doing here. We're just looking for that opportunity. And if it's 99% of the time, it's not going to be there on all these assets. It's just not. So that's fine. But we still monitor. We still look at them. We talk about Japanese candlesticks and the levels, right? You know. Anyway, there's oat futures, man. Up 3%. Let's freaking go. Oat futures, remember, back above 338. This could be some accumulation structure. Oat futures could be going for a run 409 plus soon. I'm not kidding, man. Commodities, I'm telling you, dude. 487 too. That could be a target. It's looking all right here. Oat futures, do not sleep on it, okay? Do not. Is it almost like a Gartley? It looks almost like a Gartley here. I could be just completely off, but I'm trying to eyeball it here, okay? Ooh, 65%. Lower high. Oops, 7-8. My God, man, that's a freaking Gartley, isn't it? I mean, really, we got a Gartley on freaking oat futures at a very good level. Anyway, gasoline, I haven't looked at in a while. Oof, you know, it looks like gasoline below key levels. You know, you can't really get excited about gasoline futures until you break 220, 219. yeah, okay. It's like kind of looks a little bit like U.S. oil, but weaker, lower low. Rice futures, I haven't looked at that in a minute. That thing's over. Party ended on this one. Bear trend, and it might rally, make a lower high and roll over later, but trend's over. This one ended. It's cooked. Rare earth, strategic metals. Oof, wow. Getting into the interesting zone, right? Like where you had big old M shape completed. Finally, you could be churning around more, but starting to get to something where you can continue to monitor. Again, rare earth and strategic metals ETF. Down at where does the cycle end? The bear cycles, the downtrends. They normally end in the 30s. Okay, you come down a little bit. I mean, you're at a point where it could start reversing anytime. But like this is like natural gas. It's just at a historical level where it reverses. And then what does it do? It run up to 98 to 112, a new cycle, and then reverse there again and dump all the way back down 30s, 40s again, over and over and over again. Anyway, man, so let's get into some of these requests, okay? All right, I'm tired. I've been live in over an hour now. There you go. Bitcoin's pulling back. What was that request? It was U.S. Steel for Birdhouse, I think, was next. Let's see. It was. X up 0.4%. Had a beautiful little M shape. But remember, it was kind of a type 1 reaction. But they did freaking confirm with that. Look at that bullish abandoned baby pattern. January 3rd. Wow, it's so nice. But yeah, you're up against the 200-day moving average now. An inflection point, very real. It's tough here, man. I think what would be amazing is if you were able to get something like this. Woo, that would be high probability chance of this. Okay. If you were lucky enough to get it. You may never get it, man. It may just keep going, no doubt. But look, there's unfilled gaps. And you want that strong, undeniable confirmation low spring back test of the key level. You don't really have it. You have one test. Yeah, locally a second test, but you want to see it on the daily. Like you want to have your, remember, how do you get a confirmed reaction low? When you go from the height of the M shape to the low point, you make at least a 38% retrace. So they've done that. You're at a 50% retrace. You're at an inflection point. You've tested the 200 moving average yesterday. So like right around here's a lot of times where the type 1 reactions conclude and the sell-off begins, and then they go for a second test. And the second test, if you get favorable price action at that same level, pattern completion zone and all that, that's when more market participants gain confidence to believe a more resounding rally is coming, and that's when they start bidding, and that's why you look for confirmation lows all the time, spring back tests. So yeah, type 1 reaction is maybe concluding here. If it keeps going, great, dude, but you would like to see, it would be most prudent to wait for a type 2 return, just at that level. Anyway, that's your X for the birdhouse. Thank you for 25. Hopefully that was helpful. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So let's see. CXAIE. Does it have something to do with AI, man? Whoa. Whoa, it's still here. It's packaged software. But dude, the M shape's still there. Type 1, type 2. Figure, like, the issue with this is, like, they've done all the things. You're sitting at a point now where you're like, why is there no resounding rally? Hold on. Hold on a sec. Yeah, Bitcoin 96,882. It gets that initial new day price action. It reverses. It's all over. It's just sideways for 16 hours now. Up and down, man. Do something, CXAI. Yep. It is truly at a level of inflection. You got the structure, you got the kind of type 2 return, the Adam and Eve double bottom, but look at this failure. It's like you should be seeing pronounced rallies like ACHR, no problem. See what 558, it happened within like 3 weeks, a month, right? But this one's testing the 200 moving average, and there's just not enough demand to take you higher. Now you're sitting here, you're still safe, you're still fine, but you just start, the longer it goes sideways after it does all the things that we need it to do, it just starts becoming more sketchy. It doesn't mean it's over. It just, why are we showing bearish divergence so low down here? And why is it playing out? I mean, it could be okay. Anything above 161, you have an argument to long, but again, you just think, why is it not catching a more pronounced rally? I'm not sure what it does. 627 volume, so 627,000 volume, not that great. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Yeah, I wish it would. You'd think it would play out, but they don't all play out, man. They can fail. They can crap out. They can be harmonic duds, Scott calls them. Okay. I mean, your upside's crazy if it was actually going to perform. I mean, 420, 558. But dang, just win bids. Maybe never. FFIE. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric. Oh, God. Kind of. Down 2%. Yeah, wow, what a loser. It's like a bankruptcy? Maybe? Yeah, dude, I would never touch this thing. I'd never touch this thing, ever. Like, never. Yeah, you just hit the space bar, man. You just move on. I appreciate 25, but the 2-hour chart, it doesn't matter, man. M shapes on 2 hour. You're looking for M shapes on the daily, on the weekly. That's where it gets reliable. When you're going to 2 hour, you got no reliability. There's no type 2 return, friend. Harmonic pattern completion zone, batter Gartley to my X, A, B, C, D. Yeah, that's the 2 hour though. What's that? 618886. But dude, it's like at the pattern completion zone and just terrible price. You know what it just did? The lowest 2 hour candle close confirmed at a few hours ago. Lowest one since December of 2024. This thing was a pump and a dump. People traded it and then they faded it, and then it's back to the basement. And it's trading. What makes it so miserable? It's trading below 155. There's no formal support here really until 123. So you wait, and then maybe you got favorable price action down there. Fine, but that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, M shape, but again, M shapes. Complete, and then it's like, all right, okay, well, let's get a type 1, let's get a type 2, let's talk. But that would take, well, man, God, dude, it might be January 2025. Well, late January. It might be later this month. It might take 2 weeks for this to develop. You need something like that for me to even think about it.
And Mara go back to their ATH? It seems like they would with a Trump admin. 0.048849959 LTC.
Well, thank you again, Tosh, for 25. But price targets, I can't give you targets, man, because it's not done selling off yet. It's just not done. And then the daily, it's not even visible. You can't even see a potential M shape. Not great. Lowest daily candle close of 2025 just happened. I would wait for 123 and maybe they hold that. Remember, dude, you're looking for like structures, not crash and burn. You want that. You want something to long, you wait for that. I'll take a while. Nothing to do here. On an impulse, an ongoing impulse that has no evidence that it's done. Just none. You're kind of at the casino pulling a slot machine right now.
Safe trip to NY, gotta try the Gabagoo. Check out Joe's Pizza, right by the financial district. Prob goes against your diet, but hey, when in Rome.
Gabago, over here.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, James, for the 420. I'll try to get over there. I get over there to go to Joe's Pizza. I tell him that Jimmy sent me. Jimmy Altieri, the rat. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna get the gabagool. I'm gonna change my accent to to Brooklyn. Hey, alright. Anyway, yeah, Bitcoin miners, man, are they gonna turn it around? They've been terrible. They're worse than altcoins. Yeah, they had a good day today, man. Sheesh. Go BT. I mean, still though, look what they're the 200-day moving average being defended, but still below 344. Like they tested it and they couldn't break it. Dang, Sleepy T, what's up, man?
Sleepy T super chatted $49.99. Hi Mitch, can you check Mr. Big option expiration on Friday, thanks as always.
Sure thing, man. Did some really compelling stuff today. I wonder if there'll be follow through. It would require Bitcoin to continue higher, otherwise it ain't gonna do it. But we'll look. Thank you, man. So despite all this terror, the selling terror and the selling pressure, you're still just kind of rivaling the low we saw in October. You're still above the 200-day simple moving average. Composite operator still, ongoing buying campaign. He's still maybe not done. The fun is yet to begin, possibly still on this. It's not done yet. It's not over. Like, you break demand lines, you fall back below supports. That's fine. What happened? Well, just kind of rivaling previous lows and trying to pivot here. I'm trying to pivot a little bit. So, I mean, really, what do they got? This is a falling wedge or a channel? Kind of wedgish. That one looks like a wedge, right? Kind of. It's almost wedging a little. No, the issue is no divergence or anything on the daily. Maybe on lesser time scales. Really, the 4 hour. Yeah, no divergence or anything yet on this. But they're trying to put in a higher low. One low the signal low. Yeah, 334 or 344 would be a key level. See if they could break that. Yeah, it's tougher. It's been tougher on these. Okay, these miners got beaten down, man. Shoot, man. Like, look at bit farms. Yikes, dude. Lowest level seen since November 2023, mind you. Very bad. What about Clean Spark? Up only 1% today. But hey, can't argue with this, man. Like, another M shape. It's kind of like, are they just trying to maybe put in like a type 2 here? The type 2 return for real on the daily? And you got this going on. You got just another M shape here. Oh my God, it's like freaking perfect bullish bat pattern completion. Little brother. I mean, you got that going where you don't have the oscillators playing ball really, but dang, M shape has completed. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, yeah.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
So on MicroStrategy, this is what happened today. Okay, I talked about this briefly, but we didn't look at it. So it's broken a supply line for now, rebroken it, whatever. But this 333 level, it's insane. They went and they tested it. What is $333? March of 2000, chat. Here it was. It was the peak. It was the absolute pinnacle and culmination of the tech bubble pap. Michael Saylor single-handedly lost more money than anyone in history back in 2000. If you didn't know that, he did. But hey, here we are, going on 25 years later, and that level that was once resistance has flipped to support. kind of potentially for the first time ever, really, outside of here, November 15th before the run to blow off top. But momentum might be shifting. You're breaking the supply line. You're bullish back testing previous cycle 2000 highs as supports. Like, hey, it's kind of okay here. I don't know if you want to own it below 333, but by God, if you're above it, maybe we got something going on here. I'm repeating, of course. Yeah, that's right. So that's your Microsoft Sleep Tea. Big option expiration. I mean, here they got that going on, I guess. But I'm just looking at the technicals here, and it's very interesting. Price action correlation to a level from about 25 years ago. All right, my head's starting to hurt a little bit. I need to get some water and some food, man. Ugh. Long day. I got leg day tomorrow. And then I got to somehow head on up to New York for the morning bell Friday. I'll be sure to send pics and videos. But, hey, man, I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be on stream, hopefully under incredible circumstances, So we got something going on Bitcoin. We just don't know if it's going to play out or if it's going to fail. You got that beautiful, suspiciously good-looking head and shoulders, potential head and shoulders. Remember, it never became confirmed, chat, ever, because the neckline was never broken with confirmation of the candle close. That's what confirms them. That's what makes them valid head and shoulders. So someone was like, is the head and shoulders invalid now? No, it's not. So you're in purgatory. You're not in purgatory. You do not have you do not have an invalidated head and shoulders pattern until the right shoulder is taken out by buyers. And unfortunately, that's like got 102 to 102,700 dollars. That's the issue. So that argument looms until we break that, unfortunately. So we could still be on the chopping block. We just don't know it yet. But there is hopium to smoke on, and it's pretty nice, right? Long-term uptrend. You got bullish divergence and a bullish trend. Hey, it might be reliable. Well, it's reliable. How will it perform? That's the find out next on Dragon Ball Z or something, right? I mean, we're gonna go probably test 98 to 50, 99K, but I don't know if we'll break it. And then we got to break the next level. So it went from doom to maybe there's hope, man. Just pray it plays out. It's clear as day, clear on the day. And let's go from there. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
Seems like MicroStrategy is the Bitcoin of stocks and the BTC miners are the altcoins of stocks. MicroStrategy got a huge pump, seems like miners gonna pump eventually. 0.048777097 LTC.
Anonymous, thanks, Dear the 5. It could be, but if you go back to 2021 and you try to apply that math you're doing, you would get destroyed. So I wouldn't go that far. Like, dude, if you want Bitcoin of stocks, you go with IBIT or FBDC or the other ETFs paired against Bitcoin. That's it. MicroStrategy, still, Bitcoin could go up 20%. MicroStrategy is dumping. It goes sideways. It can't recapture highs. Just know, again, history tells us that. Anyway.
My name is robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.